Google, turn on the TV. So you can literally talk directly to your TV, either it's on or off, and control devices around the house, lights and everything. Google, switch off the lights. In this video, we're gonna be reviewing the TCL P8K QLED TV. In my case, it's actually the 75-inch version. They range from 55, 65, 75, 85, and 98 inch. So yeah, you can pick one of those. So this TV is the best bang for your buck. Why do I say this? Depending on your region, in my region right now, this TV goes for around $900. That's the normal price. But right now, of course, it's a 2025 model, and right now it's 2026. It's discounted to about 20% because it's actually going up for around $700. Depending on your region, the prices might differ, and maybe your regions you get things a bit cheaper or a bit expensive. I don't know, but that's how it is. Okay, let's talk gaming. So with gaming, this TV, I feel like this is the best gaming TV that you can get at this price point, or best gaming TV period, because the price and the native 144 Hz, they don't really match. So this TV supports 144 Hz. You can plug in your PC there and you can run your games at 144 Hz. So to my surprise, I didn't know that most games on PS5 do not support 120 Hz. I thought most games they do support 120 Hz. Unfortunately, it's a very few selected lists that support 120 Hz. Unless maybe if you've got a PS5 Pro, maybe you can actually unlock the other frame rate. So basically, I can only play Fortnite on 120 Hz, and other games like Spider-Man, as you can see here, is actually using VRR, meaning that there is a variable refresh rate. It's just ranging from 60s to 70s, sometimes 80s, but here and there. Then most of the games, they just play on 60 Hz. So for console gaming, I'll say it's a win and a lose at the same time, depending on the game titles that you play. Then the TV also has got a game bar. As you can see here, you can actually turn on aim assist. Then there is picture modes for the game. Also, you can talk to what you call this auto low latency mode, then VRR. Then you can change your shadow details. Also here, this is where you can actually enable your frame rate up by the corner right there. Then you can enable HDMI. Also, the high refresh rate is not automatically enabled. You need to actually turn it on when you turn on your PlayStation or your game console. Then there's motion clarity. I don't know if you need that, but for me it's off. Then the game bar on its own, you can actually change the themes to green, cartoon and blue. This is a QLED TV. It's a budget TV. It's got 300 nits of brightness, and yeah, you know, it's a budget TV. You can't expect too much from it. So basically, I'll say the colors are excellent. Love the colors. However, the only downside to this TV is that it's not a mini LED TV or an OLED TV, of course. So the blacks are not as dark as on a mini LED TV. And again, this TV is 350 nits of brightness, as I'm mentioning. So it's not the brightest TV in the world. If you are having a well-lit room, like maybe this, you've got so much windows, I wouldn't say this TV is the best for that particular room. So, but anyway, most of us watch our TVs with the curtains closed, so it would just perform very well. Also, in terms of HDR, it gives you excellent colors, to be honest. I'm well pleased with it. However, you can't really get that 1000 to 5000 nits type of HDR, whereby you feel like this thing is literally outside. So yeah, that's one thing to consider. So this TV comes with those modes that you always get on TV, the standards, cinematic mode, movie mode, sports mode, all of those. I feel like you need to choose one and actually custom make it to the way you like it. Like, you can really tune it and get the best colors that you love, but if you just choose it as they are, you might not be really satisfied. I don't know if you get what I mean. It also comes with motion smoothness enabled. I think those are the things that you need to disable soon after you get the TV, because it won't look great on movie. It looks like something, I don't know, it's a nightmare, but it's things that you need to turn off, and I feel like you'll be well satisfied with the TV. And also the contrast, you need to tune it once you get the TV. I feel like it's a bit flat. It's not really contrasty, but I think you can get the desired contrast that you want if you tune it. Mind you, this TV is not that bright, so if you make it too contrasty, you might not see other dark things. So you need to tune it to the right area that you really appreciate. As you all know, My name is Tez Inputs and Outputs. That's I-O. Yeah, basically that's how I name myself. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the ports that are on the TV. So this TV comes with 4 HDMI ports. There's 2 that are 144 Hz and there's 2 that are just 60 Hz. And on the 2 that are 144 Hz, the other one is actually eARC enabled. What always pisses me off with TV manufacturers is that they choose to take the eARC port and use it on the highest speed 144 Hz HDMI port. But I discovered that it's because of the chipset, whatnot. For them to make it actually a budget TV, it has to go in that way. So I can't really blame them. At this price point, I'll be like, there are also 2 other ports. There is also 2 USB ports that you can utilize, and also an Ethernet port and an optic audio port. Oh, it's also in terms of connectivity, it's got Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.4, of which I feel like it's good enough for 2026. Wi-Fi could have been Wi-Fi 6, but you know, Wi-Fi 5 still works perfectly for the TV. Let's talk audio. So this TV is packing 2 audio drivers left and right that are 10 watts each, and a subwoofer at the back that is 15 watts each. I would say at this price point, it's got an inbuilt better sound system than most other TVs out there, because it's got that subwoofer, you know. So the audio is good, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Like any cheap soundbar can still defeat this TV's audio. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, wow, I'm gonna test this. Hopefully it's better than my soundbar, because my soundbar is an extra cheap soundbar, but my soundbar is performing way better than the inbuilt speaker. So it's something that you need to consider. If you don't have a soundbar, it's better for the time being, but as you go on, just get a soundbar, man. So this system, it's actually a 2.1 channel system. It supports Dolby Atmos with inverted commas, because I couldn't really feel it. I don't know, maybe it's just my ears or not, but it's not really that effective. So get yourself a soundbar. So the P8K TV is running on Google TV, which I feel like for me right now is the best TV software that I can literally utilize besides maybe Apple TV. But it's really, really good. Why am I saying this? There are no ads, first of all. Also, you can switch on to simple mode. Simple mode is just basically like Apple TV, whereby you just see the applications, that's it. So it's really good. And in terms of speed, it's not the fastest TV that you could buy, but I would say it plays well. It's really like in the mid. Like it doesn't freeze, but at the same time, it's not snappy as you'd want it to be. So yeah, it's some things to consider. Also, this TV comes with hands-free Google TV. Basically what it means, it's got hands-free Google Assistant. You know how you can use your remote to actually talk to your TV with this button right here, right? Whereby you click on the button, then you speak to your remote with this microphone that's on the remote, right? On this TV has got its own inbuilt microphone, whereby you can say, you know, Google, do this, then the TV actually responds and does that. You can navigate your TV with the voice commands. But also what I realized is that you can literally kind of replace your Google speaker with the TV. For instance, let's say your TV is off, you can literally talk to your TV. It actually listens to you when the TV is off. So it actually can respond to your commands when the TV is off. You got a smart home like me, you can tell it to turn off the lights, and it will actually do that whilst the TV is off. There are some kind of limitations that I need to explore, but I don't really understand them. Like for instance, instead of responding with an audio that you'd expect maybe from a Google speaker, it responds with something on the screen. It starts displaying some videos or something on the screen. So that's just a few picks about it, but it can literally replace this speaker right here, because all the commands that you can tell to the speaker, you can tell them to your TV, either it's on or off. I feel like that's a good win. However, there's one disadvantage that I hate, is that when you're watching the TV and someone says, "Hey Google," the TV actually responds whilst you're watching something. So that thing pauses, your screen dims and start listening. So I feel like it's that one downside. But because I've got a Google speaker already in my living room, I turned that feature off because it was annoying. But for someone who doesn't really have that feature, I feel like you can literally utilize it as a smart Google speaker. So yeah. Oh, also I realized that with this TV, so you can cast your things with an Android phone to your TV. You can mirror your phone, use Samsung DeX with your phone if you're using an Android phone. But not only that, it also supports AirPlay, so you can literally use your iPhone to cast your things to the TV, and it works perfectly. But I also realized one thing: you can also add a TV to your Apple Home. Literally, you don't need anything. You can just literally go to your phone, add your TV, control it with your Apple Home. Meaning that for those who want to run automations with their Apple Home ecosystem, I'm sure they can do that. So yeah, I feel like it's a win-win for the software. I'm really well pleased with the software, to be honest. It's one thing that I really enjoy when you get something like a Google TV or something that has got an ecosystem, you know, like an oomph. Would I really recommend this TV to someone else who's trying to buy a TV in 2026? Is it the TV that people should be buying? I'll say for the price, definitely get this TV. However, if you're not a gamer and you just want the best picture on your TV, you don't care about 144 Hz refresh rate, go for the C6KS TV. Price is $50 more than the P8K. However, that $50 I feel like it's worth it for the picture quality, because you're gonna have this TV maybe for the next 3 to 5 years of your life, and for future proofing purposes, get it if you're not planning to game. But if you're a gamer, I'll say stick to the P8K, because that's where all the good stuff is at for gamers out here. So yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to watch this video right here where I unbox the TV. Maybe you might like it or maybe you might not. I really don't know.